Yo, what is cracking, everyone? This is your man, Politic the King, and I have a lovely video for you guys. If you are new, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you are not new, what is cracking, the King's Clan? And to all my new subscribers, thank you for being here, guys. You are here on purpose. I did a little experiment, and I got you guys here. So, guys, I'm going to be doing more content. I'll stream on YouTube, even though I've been streaming on Twitch. And I just thank you guys for being here. You guys are part of the King's Clan. We believe in clean content. We believe in having fun. And we believe in manhood and womanhood and all of those great things, guys. So I will be doing a lot more mixed content and not just gaming content, but this is primarily a gaming channel. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk, guys, about some things that I've been going through in life, guys. I recently came off of an injury from work, and I got some money for that. So I did buy some things that I wanted, and I got some things that I like. One of the things I got was a new car, and it ended up being sort of a disaster because I ended up having to get it fixed after I bought it and all this other stuff. I did get a new PC, guys, and I was able to do some vacations and stuff like that. Probably one of the biggest things in my life, guys, was that I got engaged and that I'll be getting married soon. So I've also been dealing with that and getting that planned and getting things paid for and stuff like that. And just generally just trying to be happy, guys, and just live my life. I did want to share some of this couple of things that I did. So we're gonna look at that. And the first thing I want you guys to see is my new PC. All right, so we're gonna pull this up real quick and check it out, guys. So, you might have seen my old PC in the video, but this is my new PC, guys. And the only thing that's old in there is the graphics card, if you look at that, which is an RX 588 gig. And it's been really dope, guys. So I also got a 4K monitor. This is the front of it. It's looking really snazzy or whatever, and I love that thing. The case is just so huge, guys, and I just love my setup right now. It's just a pretty dope setup. So anyway, guys, just wanted to share that with you. I had some old Dell OptiFlexes, which were 4-core, eight thread processors. And to be honest, guys, if you're trying to build a starter up PC, an OptiFlex is, I'm looking at it right now, but an OptiFlex, a 990, a 9010, somewhere in there, they're perfect for gaming, guys. You can just slap a graphics card in there, and you can just slap some more RAM. And then if you just have an i7K processor, you can get some pretty good gaming out of that. That's what I've been gaming on for the most part. But it does have its limits, and it was used to its max. I'm still using one of my PCs as a streaming PC, and it was just really cool. So I spent about 600 on the build that I have now with my new PC, guys, and I'm able to get 4K 30 frames, sometimes 4K 60, 70 frames on certain games, guys. And if not, I get a really good 2K experience out of my graphics card. So I want to do a video just talking about how you can upgrade your just hardware and just keep like an older graphics card around an RX 580 or even like a 1080 still. And it would be great for gaming. It's just perfect for gaming. You're going to get maximum performance out of that. So one of the other things I wanted to share, guys, is I did graduate from college last year. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll add some applause up in here. But it was really cool, guys. So I want to share that with you. But that is me right there. That is me. And that is me walking the stage about to graduate. So we are going to turn this up, and we're going to turn up.
Information systems with highest honor.
Asa Cousin, Liberal Arts.
Hey. There we go.
Charlene Carmen Nelson, pre-social work.
There I go. So guys, I didn't have a lot of family in town. That's why you didn't hear a lot of cheers. I'd probably need to add some cheers in for myself, probably in the video. Maybe I might do that. But guys, it was really cool to graduate from college, guys. It was a long journey. I'm in my 30s, and I started going to college when I was about 18, straight out of high school, and I didn't go for something that I really wanted to do, and I didn't really have a lot of support for what I wanted to do, which was music. And so I dropped out naturally, guys, and that's usually what happens when people aren't allowed to follow their dreams. I gotta get rid of this. Let me get rid of that. Anyway, guys, So yeah, I initially went to college for about a year. I wanted to go for music. I had a music school lined up, and pretty much the person that was in charge of my life at the time told me it wasn't a good plan. So I ended up going to college. I ended up not taking it seriously. I ended up focusing more on music and just the street life and just being accepted. And I dropped out, guys. It was just that. And then after that, I ended up just working until I got time to go back to school and get my degree, guys. So it's been a lot of cool stuff. Got my PC. I would show you guys my car, but it's in the shop right now. And I got my degree. I got my new PC. Everything's been looking up good, man. But I did want to share, and maybe this is one of the things, guys, because let me just say real quick. I grew up in Southern California. I did grow up in the hood. I had a broken family, right? Because my parents had divorced. My mother ended up getting disabled, right? I ended up pretty much going into foster care or whatever, even though I live with relatives a lot of the time. And I could have been the King Von type of rapper. I could have been the NWA type. I could have been the Tupac type. I could have been, one of these type of people that just lived in the streets and was trying to be hard and all this other stuff. But I'm very thankful that circumstances led me to live in a different environment and showed me just a different way, guys. And that's why I've been able to accomplish the things that I've been able to accomplish and stuff like that. I am 38 years old, and the thing is, guys, I've been able to live a long life, right? In comparison to some other people. So I do want to share this story that I fell upon this morning, and we're gonna take a look at it. So um, there was a rapper named Julio Foolio, which is a crazy name, right? Julio Foolio. But he was shot last night on the 23rd of June. And the reason why I wanted to do this video, guys, is because, to be honest, like I feel like I've reached a level of success. I have a college degree, right? My credit's good or whatever. I have two cars. I have my PC. I pretty much have everything that I want. I'm even going to be getting married to a beautiful woman. And what I want to talk about is how everybody doesn't make it out the hood, man. And some of it has to do with, the discrimination and racism of this country and how they've isolated us into certain sections of the city or of the world. And then the other part of it is our culture, right? The culture that has come from hip hop and gang culture and drugs and stuff like that. It's really messed up a lot of black men. So you guys might know Julio Foolio. I didn't learn of him till today. And he was shot outside of a hotel parking lot, and he was ambushed by some people. So some people probably just did a drive-by, ran up on him, and waited for him and killed him. And he was killed on his 26th birthday. And I will tell you why this is ironic as far as those things. And it says here, Julio Foolio is known for popular rap videos with controversial lyrics about murders involving rival gangs in Jacksonville. Right? So the drill music, guys. The drill music has really taken over, the country, and anybody who raps usually tries to go with a drill thing. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this video here, and we're going to see what it do. We just want to see what it do here. I do want to change my settings real quick because I think I might have messed something up. Let's go to defaults. Apply, okay. So let's hear this out.
More about a shooting that left a Florida rapper dead and 3 others hurt in Tampa, not far from the University of South Florida. Good evening, I'm Allison Henning.
And I'm Ty Russell. Thank you so much for joining us. Investigators say it happened outside a Holiday Inn. And News Channel 8's Georgia MacArthur also noticed bullet holes at a neighboring hotel.
Ty and Allison, a prominent rapper, Charles Jones, whose stage name is Julio Foolio, was celebrating his birthday here in Tampa when it was cut short by gunfire. Take a look here, a bullet hole here at the wall of this hotel. Also, I'm going to show you here, this window appears to be boarded up. Now, Jones's longtime attorney confirmed very limited details as to what happened here at this hotel. A black car riddled with at least a dozen bullet holes, a window boarded up, and bullet holes on the wall of this hotel along McKinley Drive in Tampa.
I only heard one. It woke me up, but apparently there were more than that.
Police say they responded to a shootout just before 5 o'clock this morning. Investigators say 26-year-old rapper Julio Foolio, whose real name is Charles Jones, from Jacksonville, was gunned down in this parking lot between two hotels in Tampa.
At this point, it's part of the investigation, but it seems that they might have been coming here to the hotel to get a room.
Longtime attorney Louis Fusco, who represents Jones, confirms the rapper was kicked out of an Airbnb, then went to a hotel. That's where investigators believe Jones and his entourage were ambushed. Social media posts.
I think that's enough, guys. But this article came up on my thing, and I just want to talk about it, guys, because it's like, I'm black. I grew up in America. I grew up in the 90s, so it was more like gangsta rap, Tupac, you know, a lot of the West Coast rappers, Snoop Dogg, you know, all of these things, guys. And the culture does influence people to do stuff. People want to act like it doesn't, and it's just music. No, it's more than just music. And nowadays, it's even gone to the extremes, right? People can make the excuse it was just music back in the day, but nowadays people are getting died. And we've seen these examples with people dying, man. Like, you know, Mo 3 was somebody that I was, you know, not necessarily fond of, but I thought it was really sad that he got shot. And King Von was another one. You know, Young Thugs, you know, facing charges. There's all these things that are negative that are associated with black men and young black men and young black people. And just think about it like this. Not only was he shot at because he might have disrespected some people or whatever, but the people that were in the hotel could have been shot just because he was there, and how dangerous that can be. So, you know, I grew up in Southern California. It was really rough growing up. And it was just like, I sort of understood that there's sort of a code to the streets, and you got to watch your back, and it can be a very dangerous place. And that's one of the things that I actually sort of want to look at. But before we get in there, I'm going to pull up this video that he did. And you might be familiar with it, you might not. But pretty much the premise of this video is that if you see these people right here, right? These are people that are rival gang members that who have got killed, right? And he has their thing, and it's a birthday thing. So he's pretty much released a video talking about how they got killed on one of their birthdays, or on this guy's birthday. I think this is the same kid, and maybe how he's responsible in some way. And he did it to "When I See You" by Fantasia, or whatever, which was creative, but it's just like, we'll play some of it. And I'm gonna fast forward here. I'm not gonna play the sound. We're just gonna play the video, right? And I think he's laying on his gravesite and pretty much just talking trash about how he killed him. And how he's looking for, you know, I guess his other crew members or whatever else it is like that. Right? So this is what led up to him being shot, right? Is that these type of antics or whatever about wanting to kill people and killing people, guys. And so I'll just leave it there, you know, so you can probably understand how disrespectful that probably was to the people who have been shot or whatever. There's actually a video right here saying this is the most disrespectful video I've ever seen. And so guys, like, I think part of it is, just to be honest, like, again, I grew up in Southern California. I grew up in the hood, and I think Southern California sort of prepared me for life, because I am aware of the dangers of black society in black areas and hoods and gangs. Right. And I know you have to present yourself in a certain way when you're around certain people. And but this young man or whatever, you know, this is not just a story where this guy just started rapping and then he just started killing people. This started when he was very young or whatever, and he developed into this person. And you know, like some of the debate with this is like, okay, did he do this because he was in this bad environment around bad people, or because his family situation, or did he do this because it was cool? And I think the real story is that it's a bit of both, right? So I'm gonna play this other video, guys. Um, and this is one of his earlier videos. This is 2015, and it's actually a very decent song. He's only 25, or he was 25 when he passed, so he would be about 16, I think, in this video, right? So we are going to play the audio for this video so you guys can hear it, and I feel like it's important to sort of listen to what he's saying, because in this video he's talking about having a relationship with God and how he knows he's blessed. And you know, he is referencing somebody who got shot that he didn't like or whatever, but he somewhere in there somebody talked to him about God. Maybe he had a relationship with God. Maybe at some time he went to church. So we're just gonna play this real quick.
Oh man, I ain't changing the switches, man. Pass me that blunt. Pass me that blunt. Can't do that pussy got put in the dirt. I'm praying for better, but walk with the devil. My pain got worse. I think they gon' feel me. I'm rolling, Lord, no snitching, no switching. My brothers come first. My Aaron, Levante, and Kendra, that pussy got put in the dirt. I'm praying for better, but walk with the devil. My pain got worse. The pastor be sending us willing why I don't believe in the church. But I got God on my side. I know that I'm blessed. You don't show me respect, then you get no respect. She in love with the drugs and she want the money and sex. I'm in the fish and she fucking with Foolio because of that check. She know I'm that nigga. She know I'm the kid. She know ain't no nigga that's realer and really can't do what I did. I ask for forgiveness, but Foolio be tripping, repenting, I sin. I'm rolling up switches and clutching on pistols and sipping on gin. I could've been working in school, instead I stuck with the streets. Mama, she don't understand that really the streets is in me. By Aaron, Johnny, Levante, and Kendrick, we shooting for free. She fucking and sucking on Foolio, I think she elite. But got God on my side, I know that I'm blessed. You don't show me respect, then you get no respect. She in love with all these drugs and she want the money and sex. I'm beneficial, she fucking with Foolio because of that check. I'm rolling, Lord, no snitching, no switching, my brothers come first. My Aaron, Levante, and Kendrick, that pussy got put in the dirt. I'm praying for better, but walk with the devil, my pain got worse. The pastor be sinning, that's really why I don't believe in the church. But got God on my side, I know that I'm blessed. You don't show me respect, then you get no respect. She in love with the drugs and she want the money and sex. I'm in the bitch and she fucking with Foolio because of that check. Yeah.
So guys, you know, usually when I stumble across something like this, I go back and do research. I go back and look at their earlier music to see what type of person they were, see if they changed. And that's one of the things that you got to see here, right? Is that that song that he released was a long time ago, right? Back in 2015. And if you just go through the songs, right? Blood Ties, Pain, God Don't Know, Demigod, Kill Switch, Certified Killer, Glock. Let's go to some other ones. Sacrifice My Life, Get Even, Looking for You, Free Shiesty, Glock on Tuck. He had a song with Blueface, Rundown, List of Dead Ops. Back in Blood, which is probably, you know, a remix. Fast Life, you know, and just plenty of others, right? You know, talking about guns, talking about killings. And see, this is over 10 years of time where this guy has developed into this person, right? And, you know, devil imagery, devil horns, you know, things like that. Heartless, you know. And why? And why? Right? Why? You know? Because instead of him, you know, instead of him, having somebody to lead him to God or take him out of that environment or whatever, one of the things is that people are still living in the hood, right? Like, I've been so far separated from the hood that I don't understand the hood. Sometimes I'll go back to a hood area and I'm like, oh man, they still out here selling drugs. They still out here on the corner. They're still out here doing stuff. But there are these lower levels of society, man, where people, they feel like they have to do this stuff, man. And it's like it's real. And for me, I sort of grew up in that environment. I was also taken out of that environment, thank God. But it's just like, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done in some of these communities, these lower income communities with black folks, because, historically we were segregated in the areas, and then those areas were underfunded, and then those areas were impacted by drugs in the 70s and 80s and the 90s, and then you had gangs and stuff come from that, and now we're dealing with the aftermath of all that, but this stuff still exists. And now, gangster rap has evolved from regular gangster rap, West Coast gangster rap, New York gangster rap, to this drill music and all of this other stuff, right? And a lot of it is talking about drugs and violence because that's what's still in the hood. That's what's still in these areas. And what these people need is they need good families. They need to be able to grow up in good areas, and they need to be able to be impacted by good culture. So a lot of it, guys, even for me growing up, it was like on one end, I like gangster rap because it was black culture and it was cool. On the other end, I did live in some harsher environments, right? And you got to learn to sort of like balance the two. Because while I was never a gang member, I was in the streets and I was affiliated with people that were in gangs and stuff like that. So it's hard to separate, right? When you grow up in the suburbs and there's no gangs and stuff like that or whatever, you don't have to deal with that impact, people out in the country or people out in Alabama that live in the country, white people or whatever, what they're more impacted by is maybe like racism and Confederacism and the South and all this other stuff, because that's what they're around. And that can be negative too. But in the hood, it's this gang life and it's the rap culture or whatever that people can, they think they can find success in this type of lifestyle or whatever. So it's just like, it's very sad for me to talk about, Julio Foolio, and for me to see another rapper that I wasn't really aware of be shot. And with me celebrating, for one, I just had my birthday, 38 years of life, made it out of a bad situation to a better situation, getting my degree, having all this success that I've been able to have. Having success is not making it to 25 and becoming a millionaire off of rap and then getting shot. Having success is being able to live till 38 and your credit's good and you have money and you have a job and you have a career and you have things that you love to do. And I think that a lot of times with these kids, they're only thinking about now instead of thinking about the future, and there's a lot of lack of love for each other in these environments. So this challenges me, man, to think about like, okay, where do I need to make an impact? Do I need to start a program for some kids in these type of areas and in these type of situations so they can avoid this stuff and have a different path? And that definitely needs to happen, guys. I've said some people sell drugs because they had to. Some people sell drugs because it's an easy way to make money. Some people join gangs because they feel like they have to because of the people they're around. Some people join gangs because they think it's cool. And I think in Julio Foolio's thing, it's both. When you can become a rapper and get popular because you're saying all these like controversial things, there's no incentive for you to do anything different besides that. So I'm not saying this is going to change. People are going to get signed and have record deals, and there's probably going to be, hundreds of more of Julio Foolios out there. But we don't want that to happen to our people, and we don't want that to happen to people. And this can happen to anybody: white people, black people, Spanish people. Everybody can get caught in the street life or whatever. And it is sort of a story of the have and the have-nots. And there is an individual choice that goes into this too. But with black folks, man, for me, it's a lot of the history. A lot of those videos, like that video I just showed, man, of the Bless song, right? If you look at some of his his thing, look at the environment that he's living in, right? Like, take a look at this, you know, and you can blame it on and just saying, well, why didn't his parents do something different, or why wasn't his parents whatever? But it's just like, if this is what you grew up in and your parents don't know any better, then you didn't have any choice about your environment and where you're at. And a lot of this does come from black people not being able to give opportunities, and black people been discriminated against and not being able to live in the suburbs because of racism. And these communities that were black and maybe established at one point degraded into this. So I'm not saying that, we should be blaming white people or be blaming America, for the things that are done. What I am saying is that if you do care about black youth and you do care about black people, then it's black men and women that need to go to these communities and talk to some of these people and try to help these people have a better life. And it goes beyond just religion. It goes back into outreach and education, because if they didn't have to live in these type of environments or whatever, they probably wouldn't be influenced by these type of things. So anyway, guys, it's just crazy for me to see that this still exists, especially after all I've accomplished in life. And I would just say, if somebody's watching this, you got to make a choice and a decision about how you want to live your life. And Julio Foolio, I think at one point he probably could have made a choice to do something different. He just didn't, because of what he thought was cool. And I also think it's because of the environment that he lived in. A lot of these things were happening. So rest in peace, Julio Foolio, and rest in peace all the people that were impacted by Julio Foolio, because maybe he killed or harmed people or disrespected people. And it's just all sad when black people, we've been already been through enough in this country. And while we are going to have issues with each other at times, just because, we're people, right? You would hope that we wouldn't be creating culture that would harm us or hurt us. So anyway, guys, I guess I just wanted to do that video, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I will be doing other content in the future. Of course, I appreciate you guys for sticking around. This is your man, Politikdaking. Peace.